Thank you so much for joining me today. Today's practice will be a great way to start the day, or you can do this practice anytime throughout the day whenever you just want to move your body. So we'll start seated, so you can go ahead and find a comfortable seat if you haven't already. And you can bring the eyes to a close if that feels sufficiently safe, or you can just soften and lower the gaze. And we'll start with 3 deep breaths as always to settle into the space and into the practice. Inhaling fully through the nose and exhaling to sigh it out. Inhaling fully and let it go. Final time, deepest breath you've taken all day or all morning. And let it go. And slowly, gently blinking the eyes open if you brought them to a close. And we'll start to move some energy into the body. Starting with the neck as always, the right ear drops over toward the right shoulder. And we'll keep rotating the neck until the chin draws in toward the chest, and then left ear to left shoulder. And you can take full circles with the neck. If full circles don't feel so good, you can take semicircles. And then we'll take those circles in the opposite direction. And exhaling to release, we come back towards center. We move into the shoulders. So on the inhale, we send the shoulders up toward the ears. And on the exhale, we roll the shoulders back. Inhale, we lift. And exhale, we roll them back. And just go ahead and take that a few more rounds at your own pace. And then we'll take those rolls in the opposite direction. So inhaling to roll them up and exhaling to roll them forward. And again, just taking that a few more times at your own pace. And exhaling to release, we come back towards center. We'll take some torso circles or Sufi rolls. So just taking circles as big or small as you'd like. The torso. Just opening into the hips, bringing energy into the body. And then we'll take those circles or rolls in the opposite direction. And we exhale to release, coming back towards center. On our inhale, we'll send the arms up toward the sky, and you can look up toward the arms. On the exhale, we'll twist over toward the right, so that left hand comes to the right knee, right hand comes behind us, and you can look over the right shoulder if you'd like. And we exhale to release, coming back towards center. We'll take it to the other side. Inhale, arms sweep up. And exhale, we twist to the left, right hand to left knee, left hand behind us, maybe looking over the left shoulder. And exhale to release, coming back towards center. We'll take an easy forward fold. So keeping the legs where they are, we start to walk the arms long toward the front of the room. And then you can just let the head be heavy here, let the spine round naturally. You can even take some sways side to side here. And we exhale to release, finding stillness at center. And then we inhale to walk the hands back and toward the body, coming up right. And then we'll go ahead and find our way to all fours. So coming to tabletop, wrist under shoulders, knees under hips. And we'll take a few rounds of cat-cow. So on the inhale, we lift the chest, we lift the tailbone, belly softens, we look forward. And exhale, we round, press the earth away, chin toward chest. Inhale, heart lifts. And exhale, round. And just taking that a few more times at your own pace. And exhaling to release, coming back to a neutral spine. And then we'll take that side to side, so almost like a side to side cat-cow. So we'll send the right hip out toward the right, and then we'll look back toward that right hip. And then we just take that toward the other side, setting the left hip out toward the left and looking back at it. And then just taking that a few more times at your own pace, opening into the side body, opening into the side of the spine. And we exhale to release. We come back towards center. We're going to send the right leg up and back, making sure the hip point is facing down. We inhale to lengthen. And exhale, we round the spine, bringing the knee toward the nose. Inhale, we lift. And exhale, we round. Final time, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, we lift. And on the exhale, we step this right foot through between the hands. So we come into this little mini lunge shape. And we'll inhale, we send this right arm up toward the sky, twisting to the right. And exhale, we let it go. We step this right knee back towards center, coming into tabletop. And then we just take that to the other side. So inhale, the left leg lifts. And exhale, we round, knee to nose. Inhale, lift. And exhale, round. Final time, inhale. And exhale. Inhale, we lift. And exhale, we step this left foot through between the hands, coming into this little mini lunge shape. And then we inhale, we send the left arm up toward the sky. And exhale, we let it go. And we step the left knee back towards center. Coming into puppy pose, we keep the knees where they are. We start to walk the hands forward, arms long, chest down toward the mat. At the same time, we lift the rib cage and the hips up and away from the mat. And you're welcome to come up onto fingertips if you want to make get a deeper stretch in the shoulders. And we'll go straight into threaded needle from here. So the right arm is going to weave under the left, right side ear, right shoulder to the mat. And you can keep this left arm long, or you can send the left arm up and over the low back, bringing the left fingertips to the right hip crease. Exhaling to release, coming back towards center, puppy pose where we started. And then we'll just take that to the other side. So left arm under the right, left side ear, left shoulder to the mat. Option to keep right arm long or bring right fingertips to left hip crease. And exhaling to release, coming back towards center, puppy pose. We walk the hands back in toward the body, coming up right. And then we'll send this right leg out toward the right side of the room, so it's almost like a little kickstand. And then we're going to come into a modified side plank. So we roll over onto that right side of the body, planting that right hand, and then we send the left arm up toward the sky. Option to stay here if this is enough. If you want to go a little further, we'll take mini sugar cane. So we'll lift this left leg off the mat. We'll bend the left leg. So we reach back for left foot with left hand. And then we start to send that left hip point forward. We lift the chest. We arch into the spine, sending the chest forward, taking a back bend here. And you can look forward or you can look up toward the sky. And we exhale to release, sending that left leg back down toward the mat. Coming into gate pose. So we inhale, we come up right, we send the arms up toward the sky. And you can keep the left sole of the foot planted, or you can send the left toes up toward the sky. We inhale to lift, lengthening through the arms. And on the exhale, we take a side bend over toward the left. So you can bring the hand down to the thigh or the shin or even the foot if you'd like. And we'll keep sending that right arm up and over, and we lift through chest. And you can look up or you can look forward. We inhale back towards center. And on the exhale, we start to walk the hands forward, finding a forward fold. So almost like down dog arms. We send them long. We press the earth away. We press the hips toward the back of the room. And we can keep the hips lifted. Option to also start to sit the hips back toward the heels. Finding a deeper stretch into this right hip. Keep sending the arms long. And we inhale, coming back towards center. And then we walk the hands back toward the front of the mat, coming back into tabletop where we started. And we'll take that to the other side. So we send the left leg out toward the left side of the room in our little kickstand. And then whenever you're ready, we come into our modified side plank, sending that right arm long, or excuse me, right leg long, and we send the right arm up toward the sky. Option to stay here. If you did it on the other side, option to take mini sugar cane. So we lift the right leg, we bend that knee, we reach down for right foot with right hand, and then we start to kick the foot back, taking our back bend, sending the chest forward, maybe looking forward or looking up toward the sky. And exhale to release that right leg back toward the mat. Coming into gate pose, inhale, we bring the torso up right, arms go up toward the sky. And exhale, we take our side bend, so sending that right hand down toward that right leg. And again, you can have the right toes up if you'd like. Sending left arm up and over, we lift through chest, we look forward or we look up. Inhale back to center, arms up. And on the exhale, we take our fold forward once again, down dog arms, pressing the hips toward the back of the room. And once again, you can keep the hips lifted, or you can start to sit the hips back toward the heel. We inhale, finding our way upright. And then we walk the hands toward the front of the mat, coming back into tabletop. We'll tuck the toes, hips to heels, hips up toward the sky, coming into downward facing dog. And you can pedal out feet here. You can find some twists side to side. And coming back towards center. We inhale, we come to the top of a push-up, plank pose. And you can lower the knees first and then the chest to the mat, or you can lower the body in one straight line, coming all the way down to the mat. And we'll take a few rounds of cobra pose. So hands on the outside of the chest, we spread the fingers wide, feet are about hips width distance apart. And then we press into tops of feet, tops of thighs, lower belly pulls in. And then we inhale, coming into cobra pose. And you can take a little cobra or you can take a higher cobra, it's your choice. We just want to draw the elbows in toward the midline of the body, release the shoulders away from the ears. And then exhale, let it go. 2 more times, inhale, we lift. And exhale, we lower. Final time, inhale. And exhale. And go ahead and send the right arm out toward the right side of the room. We'll take a little scorpion twist here. So we'll roll over onto that right arm. Option to step the left foot behind the right leg. And just let the head be heavy here. And if you're lucky, you might get a back adjustment. I don't know if you heard my back crack. And we exhale to release, slowly coming back towards center. And then we just take it to the other side. So the left arm goes long, and then we roll over onto that left arm. Option to step the right foot behind the left leg. And we exhale to release, coming back to the belly. And then we'll just roll over onto the back. Bringing the knees in toward the chest, finding a little rock side to side, giving the back a massage. And we exhale to release. We'll take a figure 4 bridge pose today. So the right ankle will cross over the left knee, and we want to make sure that we flex the right foot. And then we inhale, we lift the hips, coming into a figure 4 bridge pose. And this right hip will want to dip, but we want to try as much as we can to keep it level with the left. And think about sending that right knee down toward the mat. And exhale to let it go. And we'll take it to the other side. Left ankle crosses over right knee. And then whenever you're ready, we inhale, lift the hips. Figure 4 bridge pose. And then exhaling to release, hips to mat. Bringing the soles of the feet to the mat. We send the knees side to side like windshield wipers. And then we'll take a twist here. So we'll bring the knees in toward the chest. And you might have to scooch the hips a little over toward the right. And then let the knees, or excuse me, to the left. And then let the knees fall over toward the right. And you can take whatever arm variation you'd like here. You can bring arms to a T. You can bring hands to that top hip, the left hip. So just finding whatever feels good here. And as far as the gaze, you can look up toward the sky. You can look over toward your right. And if you want a deeper stretch, you can look over toward your left. And exhaling to release, coming back towards center. And we'll just take that to the other side. So again, you might have to scooch the hips over toward the right, and then go ahead and let the knees fall over toward the left. And then just take whatever arm variation here you did on the other side. And again, you can look over toward the left. You can look up for the deepest stretch. You can look over toward your right. And we let it go, finding our way back towards center. Final pose, happy baby. So we bring the knees in toward the chest. We bring the knees wide. And you can reach for the outer edges of the feet, the inner edges, or you can grab the two big toes with your peace fingers. So whatever feels best. And the tailbone is long, so the lower back is on the mat. And you can find stillness here, or you can find a little rock side to side. And then we exhale to release, bringing the soles of the feet to the mat. And one by one, we send the legs long, and you can bring the feet wide, bring the hands wide so that the backs of the shoulders can relax and the palms face up. And we'll just take a few deep breaths here, just allowing the practice to settle over the body. checking in with your body, seeing how it feels in comparison to the start of the practice. And just releasing, softening any remaining tension that the body might be holding. And you're welcome to pause this video and stay here as long as you like. Otherwise, maybe you take a big stretch, sending the arms overhead, stretching through the fingers, and then stretching through the toes as well. And we'll bend the knees, bringing the soles of the feet back to the mat, rolling over toward the right side just for a brief moment, using the right arm as a pillow, just letting our bodies know that we've reached the end of this practice. And pressing ourselves up to a comfortable cross-legged seat, just like we started. And you can bring the palms to touch at heart center. And you can bring the eyes to a close if you'd like. Then just as we started, we'll end with 3 deep breaths, inhaling fully through the nose. And exhaling to sigh it out through the mouth. Inhaling fully. And let it go. Final time, inhale. And let it go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. If you enjoyed it, please give this video a thumbs up as it helps me immensely. You can leave me a comment letting me know how the practice went for you, or you can let me know where you're practicing from, or share whatever you'd like to share. If you have a friend that you think might enjoy this practice, please share it with them. If you'd like to support my channel, you can buy me a tea, and peppermint is my favorite, just in case you were wondering. And you can also support my channel via Patreon, and all of that information is in the description box below. So once again, I thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you have a good rest of the day wherever you are in the world. And until next time, be well. Bye.